Hi, and welcome to Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We're about to go live around the world. For those who are watching us, that we're going to engage in this show today where we're going to do something different, where we have a great guest coming on where she will be calling the radio station. She's from Trenton, New Jersey, where also she's in the hip hop, where she used to rap and also do a lot of stuff in the industry. So she'd be calling about 10 minutes. So for right now, where for those who are about to tune in to watch us, where unfortunately that I'm gonna go on with the show. We know it's hot outside, where we're gonna do an hour show, where there's other things that we have to do to keep moving in the right direction. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, where I have learned that in spite of where things they maybe not go normal, where things maybe change up, it's important for me to keep doing what I'm doing as a host on Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. Welcome to my morning show, where we have seen last night two women that were sitting on a porch at 46 and Market, where they were shot several times. I'm talking about two females. It doesn't matter female or male getting shot up. It's important that this is getting insane, where the young men's or the young women's, whoever out there just shooting up their own people, their own culture, where we have never understand why the murder has picked up tremendously in the city of Philadelphia. It seemed like it's like a crack addict, where when crack came on the scene or when heroin and drugs had festered our community, where the community plays a major role with not vesting into the community. I truly believe it's designed that way, where we have seen overwhelming in every Democrat city, where we have seen so many things are happening across this great nation when it comes to gun violence. Where I don't want to be talking about it all the time, but it happened again, where most women's now are getting guns shot, kids are getting shot in cars. We're just having so many of these man-made manufacturing guns, where those who fight for gun laws said that it ain't the gun, it's the people. That can be true. That is so true also. But also we are seeing that the behavior of the outcome of what is going on, that as those who are really concerned about what's going on, where we tried rallies, we had elected officials speak on the behalf of it, we had the commissioner speak on the behalf of it. We know that it's something that's going on, but I just can't figure out why the murders and killings across this great nation is coming even faster, like a speeding bullet. So I'm going to talk about what's going on around the world. We're going to talk about what's going on in my neck of the neighborhoods. July the 3rd, Touch of Class will be forming at a location somewhere in Philadelphia. Also, Xena Music Production will be organizing at a location in Upper Darby. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't got your tickets, Xena Music Production present Touch of Class, Sparkle, the leading singer of Philly Destiny Band, along with Robert J. Also, the location is going to be at the D Cafe at 16 North 9th Street in Darby, PA. It's on a Friday night. Doors open at 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. in the morning. $20 to get in to see a phenomenal stage present groups. Also, the Dell Music Center is open today, also from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., where you can get your tickets for the Dell Music Center summer concert for those who love going to concerts. Also, the Comedy Festival at the Boardwalk Hall, October the 9th, October the 10th. That is going on also. Also, for those who haven't got their tickets, Showtime, also Platinum Entertainment will be doing these 3 shows on August the 1st. Jeffrey Osborne, People Bryson, and Regina Bell. Also on Sunday, August the 15th, Lady B Basement Party. That's a hip hop party at the Dell Music Center. Also Sunday, September the 5th, Patty Jackson in the Park with the Whisperers, Stephanie Mills, and After 7. Also, what is going on July, August the 14th, Xena Music Production also doing another show where we're doing a Star Stinger banner, a blue, white, red affair with a great lineup. This show's going to be outstanding. Of course, I'll be hosting this show. So in a couple more minutes, we're going to get a phone call for an outstanding woman. She's the CEO of a Wine Glass Up. Also, she's a Lion Raw Entertainment in her own way, which she does. She's a radio personnel. She also launched her own radio show, 104.9. She was born in Trenton, New Jersey. Began hip hop in 1979. One of her key legend that motivated her was Curtis Blow and other female artists along with other male artists. Also, she truly believed that the microphone was her magic stick. For those who watch Showtime The Hype Man every day, the microphone go hand in hand with me too, where a lot of people have never understood freestyle hosts. I had a phone call and I was talking to our guest a little earlier before we got into the show, where this outstanding, hard-working mom, woman, friend, community activist has continued to spin the wheels on her new wheels because she knew that the old wheels was not working. So she came up with great ideas where I have read some of her bio. A lot of people are not used to energized people that are energized, even though we go through stuff, even though we have bumpy roads, even though we experience so many other obstacles when it comes in the business world, in the hip hop world, as producing your own, where they are used to the other radio that's in the car. And the most time you tell somebody you got a radio show, they ask you what channel or what station you on. We know that because of the big radio station that owns the towers, where the little guys like me have gave me an opportunity to do what I love when it comes to hosting and emceeing, and also building a new way of radio across this great world. For those who know Showtime The Hype Man, that I do this and I call this my laboratory for a reason. This is where I practice. This is where I do amazing things as doing it from my heart and doing it from the gut. A lot of people have never experienced freestyle host MCs that do it from their gut, or they go with their intuition. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the show, you're in a good treat. You're gonna see a freestyle host to host go head to head, making sure that those who are watching us around the world over in every social media it's a turnaround in my life. It's a turnaround for our guests that we'll be calling in another minute. We don't know where this interview is going to take us at, but we do know is going to go somewhere beyond other places for those who are watching us around the world. Hello, Billy on Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man.
Good morning, Showtime. This is Lioness.
Lioness Bellamy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. I hope I got that right.
Lioness roars. I'm that female lioness.
Well, I like that. Where I am a lion, and those who know that I was born to be a leader, and let's get into that lion roar since you came on so strong, and I like that. As a person that's in your lamb I have watched some of you. I know that for those who know that this lady is new for me, this interview, where I haven't known her this long and she haven't known me this long, but because of mutual friends, where we watch each other, and I became a fan of hers, and I hope that she's a fan of Showtime the Hype Man the same way. How do you come up with the lioness roar?
Well, brother man, Showtime, hype man, let me tell you something. I got to give all my praises to God.
Yes.
Because it was through spiritual vision that Lioness Roars was born.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't just sit down and think about, oh, what am I going to name myself? Because I was always known in my hometown as MC Crease. And that's where I had left it back in the 90s when, I decided to walk away from, or put the mic down for a minute when it came to hip-hop because the way hip-hop was changing. So the name Lioness Roars came at a time where I was at a standstill at my life. And my vision, I kept seeing this female lioness. And I asked God through my prayer, I said, why do you keep showing me this vision of a female lioness? And my reply was, this is who you are, a leader. And if you know anything about a lioness in the wilderness, we don't back down. We hunt, we love, and we share. That's who we are. We lovable, we humble until you cross that line.
I'm glad. I think that you explained it as a definition where when you were speaking it, I looked at me as a lion, as a male figure, and also as a woman lion, where everything you said about the loving, humbleness, gratitude, helping people, standing up, that is a lion roar. Ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching us around the world, we're going to just give y'all a little tease of this interview.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why that we started off, because there's other lions, but a lot of people are still kitty cats and cats, where they have been attained to not come out and be a lion of a king or of a jungle that's out here in society. What in the 90s, when you was doing hip hop, and change your life around, because you talked about a spiritual journey. At the age of 15, I can see that you was a bad girl in Trenton, New Jersey. You was pretty, you was nice, a little waistline. Where did it all start? Did it start at the age of 15, 14, or early in that?
I fell in love with hip hop in 1979.
Oh, I was coming out of high school then.
Oh, okay. I was in elementary. I think I was like first grade or something like that, second grade.
79.
I remember hearing These Are the Bricks. And still to this day, when I hear These Are the Bricks, and everybody knows the one and only, the legendary Curtis Blow.
Yes.
If you know my story, I've been saying for years, Curtis Blow was my inspiration to hip hop. And it's just amazing that now I work along with Curtis Blow, and I still can't believe that when my phone call or I get an email or a text that says Curtis Blow, I'm still amazed that, wow, that little girl from 1979 that fell in love with hip hop because of this man right here. I now get to speak with him on a daily and learn from him, and it was all worth it. I love hip hop. I'm hip hop for life.
What
So
is
that's
this?
where it started for me.
What is the secret? And I know that you, and by being a friend of Curtis Blow, what are you getting out of him that you can put inside your memory bank where he's telling you about the industry, the way it's changing, where he first came, where he was traveling more. Hip hop was very popular in the '79, where it came on the stream. I want to give a shout out to those who have built this hip hop. Curtis Blow had played a major role along with Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, um, Salt and Pepper, and all the other hip hop people. What do you pick up from Curtis Blow today from his experience and his mellow part of him with me? I know that everybody have two sides. By you interacting, and I know that you are gaining a lot of knowledge from him. What do you gain that stick with you as a Lion Royal Queen?
Okay, well, wow, that's beautiful. Thank you. You actually just said one word out of that that really stuck out about Curtis Blow. Hello?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, actually, when you said mellow,
Yeah.
Curtis Blow, even from back in 1979, has been a mellow man. I mean, his personality from when I finally met him a couple years ago to our passing, doing our passing through the years, and still even to this day, I still see him as that cool, collective, mellow man that loves life. He loves life more than anything now, being that he's seeing that his life just wasn't about MCing, but taking that mic to another level of spirituality and not judging anyone, but helping as a lion would do, as a king would do, to help his brothers and sisters that can't find a way. And not just in hip hop, but in this everyday life. So I look at Curtis Blow as that father figure for a lot of men or young boys that don't have it, but that knows who Curtis Blow is, especially in the beginning generation of hip hop. And also, just his respect, he's not a person with a big head. When I met him years ago, he's still that same person I met today. His head is not blew up about anything. Curtis Blow would stop and take a picture with you. He would talk with you. He would pray with you. And that's what I love about Curtis Blow, is that he is who he is. And he's not trying to be anyone else. He's a soldier for God now, and that makes him even more stronger than what he was just being in the hip-hop world.
I'm glad you said something. For me, where I went up to Bronx, New York City about a month ago, 3-4 weeks ago, where I was amazed how humble some of the legends of hip hop, where they wasn't hiding behind the tape, or they wasn't they're on the stage and they feel like they didn't want to touch to the audience. Why is that those who make one single record, a big hit, and that's it, where they feel they're not approachable, where I have seen a lot of artists where I'm listening to a hip hop song every day when I work out, where it said that I might make a single hit, but when nobody knew me, when I made that hit, now the girl wouldn't give me the sex, now she's giving it to me because of my famous babe. But, well, as I go up top, where a lot of people don't remain humble, where we have seen people like Curtis Blow, and those who are around, where they are soaring because they stayed in touch with the people. For those who get out of touch with the people, they get into all this other crazy stuff where they can't find themselves back among the people. Do you have any experience with artists that do that?
Oh, yes. Definitely yes. Oh, yes. And when I do come across artists like that, I don't even give them my time.
Okay.
I'm a person that I'm going to respect you how you respect me. And I have a welcoming personality. But if I feel that energy is negative, I'm not even going to come nowhere near you, because it's like you somebody, I'm somebody too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my approach on it. But yeah, there's a lot of artists out there that feel as though you have to talk to my manager before you talk to me. But my thing is like this: don't forget the ones that have paved your way, because if no one bought your music, you wouldn't be where you are. So
Wow.
don't play your fans like that. Be respectful, but but on the other tip, I can understand where you have to be protective of yourself, and there are artists out there that does need the security around them, because you have some crazy people. Trust me, you have some crazy people out there that claim you, and you don't even know them. They'll put a story out. They would change their name to be somebody to claim somebody else's testimony. It's weird. It's not as easy as it looks in this field, and I'm still climbing up. So, when we're talking about the Curtis Blows and someone else I love every day and respect every day, Raquel Malad, all of them, like, they are very humble people. And they will stop and take a picture with you. But don't get on, don't cross that line, because it could get real serious.
Wow. The reason why I asked that question, I'm from Philadelphia, as you can tell, where I have not to downplay Philadelphia artists. I want to make that clear to my audience and those who are watching me around the world, where I have seen the city that I come from, where in other city where Trenton is not that far from Philadelphia, where my family was raised in Trenton, New Jersey, right in back of Trenton High School, my family.
Okay, you're Trentonian.
Yeah. So my cousin was all raised. I went to Trenton. I was a little boy, but then I have seen how they damaged Trenton, where Trenton was a nice community, where even downtown, where the mayors and the council people, where we're seeing how they did the same thing in every city, where the black part of the city always the same in every other city across this great nation, where it bothers me where we're fighting among each other in everything we do, where I found out where we have never learned how to stick together when things maybe we might think it was wrong, or, oh man, that ain't fair, or you didn't do this, oh man, that ain't cool. Where the reason why that I'm not seeing black folks are not recycling in the industry, in the financial industry, or partner up together. When you partner, it can be one incident where we allow this innocent to stop the momentum of what we're doing, where I have watched over the years, and especially people that's 40 and over, where they always bickering, fighting, but we have learned how to talk about each other. We have learned how to gospel. We have learned say they ain't this. We have learned that if you ain't my friend and I tell you something about her, but I was sharing with, whatever y'all did had nothing to do with me. So why would you get mad? So you want me to be mad at them too? What you laugh for?
Immaturity. That's immaturity.
And I don't understand the philosophy of the community that I come from, where you got people today that wouldn't speak to you over something that was little, or something that you said at a board meeting, or something you said where it wasn't all that, but they made it bad, and they wonder why they kick you off the team or they kick you off the board because of the authority of black people. We have never identified talent, royal lions like you, where you come in places where you're not trying to take it over. I just have a better energy and understand what to be done to keep the energy going, where all the people with the negative, they all stick together. And I have learned that all the negative people that sleep together, stick together, they all be together and crush the energy, what we need, whereas only 20% of us are fighting among the 80% crowd. Have you ever experienced that before?
Oh, yes. Yes. I just felt like I was prophesied to. Oh, yes. Trenton, New Jersey, my hometown.
Let's give a shout out to Trenton, New Jersey. For those who are watching us, we gave y'all a shout out.
Yes. Shout out to my city. I will always love Trenton, New Jersey. I was born and raised here. And I'm going to always rep my city, because this is where I'm from. You have people that were born and raised here and moved on and never rep Trenton. they were rep where they got their stardom. I'm not going to do that. Um, Along with my brothers from other mothers, poor righteous teachers. One of our brothers is at rest now, Shaheed, may he rest in peace. But they never um, rep another city or state. They always rep Trenton, even though they're not here. They still rep Trenton, and that's me. I'm the same. Like we came up from the same grassroots. I'm gonna, regardless where I'm at, I'm always gonna rep my city. But today in Trenton is not the Trenton, New Jersey that I was brought up in. The Trenton, New Jersey I was brought up in, it was called a neighborhood. So when somebody asks me what hood I'm from, I'm like, I'm not from a hood. I'm from a neighborhood. I'm from back in the day of Trenton where we can go from block to block, from section to section, and have no problems, where we can put our fists up and we can handle it and live to tell another day. It's not like that today. There's a lot of great people and great talent in the city of Trenton. And what makes me mad about it, you basically just, you said it all in one word, where you got these negative cliques that stick together and praise each other. All well and good, do that, because I'm not a cliquish person. And I ride alone. I'm solo. It's very rare that you would see me with more than two people. I'm always out there on my solo because I know who I am. I know my vision and I know my purpose, and all I like to do is help and see people smile. I've gave a lot of myself, and I thank God for it. But I've learned from my mistakes as well in trying to be. I don't know. Let me rephrase that. And try to. I'm looking for this word when it comes to Trenton, but you can't. I can't consistently stay in a city that doesn't support me. Put it that way.
Well, I'm glad you.
Now there are people here that do support me, and I always tell them all the time, I appreciate you. And I was just asked the other day, where would I like to have my broadcasting station at? If I was able to have my own radio station, and then that person said, would you like to have it in Trenton? And I just sat there for a minute, and then the person said, that's what you always wanted. Yes, that was what I always wanted, to be able to. I'm like, everybody has to come through Trenton. If you're going to Philly or New York, you got to pass that 7A. You got to pass here. And my roar has been, why don't we have our own broadcasting station here? Yeah, we got the AM station, but our own FM station. People are coming through here. This is supposed to be the capital, and we don't even have our FM frequency here. And I've been very, boisterous about that. But I can't continue to do that. I got to keep moving forward, and that's what I decided to do. So my answer was, yes, that's what I wanted. And someday, I pray that the darkness is lifted from over my city, so that the great people here that want to see change, that happens for them.
Wow.
And I'm going to still rep and do what I can, but I'm moving forward with my career. We all came in on a date, and we all got to go out on a date. I cannot sit right here and wait for my city of Trenton, for the leaders to get right. I have things to do. So wherever there's a position for me in my career to go out and do what I was going to do, and that's rock the microphone and get the roar out across the nations and the mountains, that's what I'm going to do. That great responsibility, and that to sound right, is for me.
Wow. Where you said something where you got into politics with me, because I'm a politician by nature. Because the city, where you made a key point where Trenton, New Jersey should have a FM station, because we all have to go past that 7A exit to go to New York City, to come into Philadelphia, where Trenton, New Jersey is in between New York and Philadelphia. Where I don't know the numbers, but what I've realized that the politics of targeting the black community in Trenton, New Jersey with drugs and drug trafficking and gun trafficking in the middle, where the people in the community is fading away, where now Latinos and white people are gaining more popularity and gaining momentum, where a city with blacks, educated blacks. Trenton, New Jersey was a very good school district.
Yes.
Because I have cousins that went to Trenton, New Jersey. They went to all the schools in Trenton, and they was very educated. But where we saw that Trenton, New Jersey was where the river at, where the riverside at, where it was designed that way, and they're doing the same thing in Philadelphia, even though we have a FM station, but we got people that's in the FM station not understanding that each and every one of us are accountable to do something to rise up and wake up. Where if too many people are sleeping because they get a car or a house or a good job in the city that they was born and raised, where we forgot to do unfinished business because of our ancestors. We are fighting a difficult audience that target people like you. The line raw of the wine glass up taste.
Wine glasses up.
You like that, how I brought that in, didn't you?
Yes.
I know you did. I'm a bad boy along with you.
Okay.
Where, for those who are watching us around the world, I want to give my friend Scoutful Digital Podcast, outstanding brother. He's quiet. He don't say nothing. He just put his work in. He's on here watching us. Also, Sean from over in London, UK, from WRS Radio is watching us.
Hello.
Canada is watching us. We over in Paris right now watching us. Hey, South Africa is tuned in. Also, Los Angeles tuned in, Chicago, Detroit. Hey, they all tuning in. Yeah, hello. Where I know that you on something real good, and where I got a story I want to tell you real quick for those who are watching us. For those who are working like we are, I'm a solo person too. I don't have a lot of friends at all. I got cousins, I got brothers and sisters, but I'm still a loner. Mostly lions, warriors, can-do people, people that are created, because most of the people can't handle your spirit and your walk, where they're trying to find anything wrong, and you do one thing wrong, they will cut you off in a heartbeat.
Yes.
I have been through the cutoff point in everything I do, or if I do something where they don't understand that I didn't do it to be, then they'll get an attitude. I am seeing a lot of attitude in this great nation when it comes to Afro-Americans fighting through the littlest stuff, where all of us that are great leaders and lions in this great continental of United States. And why it takes a little longer for us, because people can't handle what God has gave you. Ladies and gentlemen, wine glass up. What do you want to say about that?
Let me tell you something. Oh my God, I have an amazing God, and He has given this world a very powerful woman that I am. And you're absolutely right. A lot of people don't understand my vision. And my mother, may my mother rest in peace, my mother said to me back in 2011, before she passed away, she says, Lucrece, she said, don't get mad at those that don't understand, because the ones that do understand will understand you. And I didn't get it for a while. I didn't get it, but then it hit me. What God has for you is for you, and those that have that same CNI will understand you. And you're going to have the people that's going to hate on you because they're not you, or they can't do what you're doing, or they hate what you're doing because of the gift that you have. Wow. And there's nothing I can do about that. And I'm like, I stop wasting my time, worrying about or getting mad about those that wouldn't, count me in or put me on. I get it now. And I said, okay, because it's not for me. I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be where the people that understands me and want to know what I'm doing and want to help me grow, because we're going to help each other. That's what you call people of God.
Wow.
I'm a soldier out here in this wilderness, and I'm not perfect by any means possible, and I say that all the time. I'm not perfect. I'm just doing what I've seen before my eyes. When at one time in my life, I had died and I was brought back. And that's what I call my second life. And ever since I came back from seeing that other side and seeing how beautiful it was, but it wasn't my time, my life has changed. And every day, it's like I'm being tested. And my test is taking me to another level, and it's making me stronger in my position. So being that I know who I am, and I know that people are not going to like what I do, most of it's because they can't understand it. But if they want to understand, they will come to you and they will ask people like us, well, what is it that you're trying to do? How could we help? Oh, okay, well, if it's not form, it's not form. But to sit back and try to throw dirt on your name or not even give you a chance, that's going to be on them because they're missing out. So I'm okay with it. I learned not to get mad anymore. That's okay. And I've been through it. I got my scars out here. I got them. And I learned from it.
Well,
I'm okay with it.
Well, one of your cousins, I want to give you one of your cousins named Randolph, Lester Randolph, said that's my cousin. She has always been into entertainment and working her community, and a very strong woman. That's one of your cousins gave you a comment. Where
Okay, what was the name again?
I think it says Celeste Randolph.
Is it Sylvia?
Sylvia Randolph.
Yes. Hi, Tina. Yes. My Randolph family and ATL in New Jersey. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. My cousin right there. Yes. If anybody knows, through my walks of life, through hip hop, and hopefully that mic is her. Matter of fact, she just left the other day. Went back to Atlanta. Just 2 days ago, and I love her so much. If anybody can tell my testimony, trust me, it would be her. She's my cousin / sister.
Well, she did.
She's the only one that can
Yeah, she
tell
did.
I'll tell her. Yes.
I want to say something where we're gonna get into the hip hop of females. What started this interview where I was watching you talking to my main man, Gucci Dan?
Yes. Okay.
Well, that's my new brother. We connected. Where I heard you had a passion, where so many females has played a major role in the hip hop community, where some of the males are all out on tours, where we maybe see Little Kim or Salt and Pepper maybe being a lineup with a dominator of male rappers, where when you were saying that, I wanted to know what is it that the female pioneers that was going side by side, spitting out with the mic and bringing a different type of flavor to the industry, selling sex on the stage without having sex. I saw that they can be a tomboy, but they was a lady after the show. I watched some of the Little Kim, where Little Kim did her sexy thing on the stage, and where it was all about selling tickets and marketing the female industry, where E and Queen Latifah and Salt and Pepper are now in movies. They're doing other stuff, where MC Light is hosting some of the big BET Awards and other things, where it's more of y'all have maybe not got a proper platform to show the talent and the gift. Who is your top 5 hip hop females, and then we'll get into a little bit of that.
Okay. You want me to answer what top 5 is first?
That is correct.
Okay. First of all, my top 5, I got to give a big shout out to my big sis, Sparky D.
Sparky D!
Yeah. That's
I like Sparky D. All right.
Yeah, y'all better watch for it. It ain't over.
It ain't over?
It ain't over. Watch for it.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet her for the first time, and she was another humble queen of hip hop. Okay, come on.
Okay, then next I have to go to Latifah.
I love Latifah, where she has went and took it in all direction, where she's telling all the hip hop queens, I'm paying the way for y'all. Y'all just got to come on, and don't worry about if they tell you no, but it really means yes. Come on.
Okay, the next would be MC Light.
MC Light, I like her voice, her hosting style, her beauty, her intelligence, where she can't spin the wheel, so I like MC Light too. Come on.
The next would be Roxanne Shante.
Roxanne Shante. God damn it. Boy, I tell you. Come on with it. Who's number 5?
Rod Digger.
Wow.
And all of those ladies I just named are someone, I have been placed in that category because we are queens. And not saying that the other ones I did not mention are not queens. Like I said, I respect everyone. But when I used to get on that stage, and when I still get on the stage, I rock that mic with my clothes on. I am hardcore to the T. I want you to hear my words and see my beauty, not look at me from my nakedness. And those women right there, they did that. They showed that you don't have to take your clothes off and be naked and sell your soul. Now and again, like I said, I'm not perfect, and none of them are perfect. But we took it a whole nother level. There's other female MCs out there as the same. I didn't. You said 5. I gave you 5. Now to speak on Little Kim and let's just say Foxy Brown. Back in the 90s, like I said, when I put the mic down and walked away, is when the industry started changing, the music started changing. Before then, I was able to do shows, and my parents would come out, and my family would come out, right? And I remember one time I went to the studio. I can't even, I'm thinking it was Def Jam, but I can't remember because it was years ago, but it was back in the 90s. And when you tell somebody that you're an MC or you can rap, you got to drop it down right then. You got to do it.
You better say it again.
You got to self-prove right there. There's no, hold up, let me get back, hold up, wait a minute, let me think what I'm going to say. You got to just break it. Or you was already squashed. So I brought it. I definitely brought it. They liked me. But they was like, only thing is, it got to be a little different. They was like, the word, and we changed it up. Nah. No. I wasn't doing that. And I didn't have to do what other MCs had to do. And I always say that Little Kim and Foxy Brown are some bad behind women.
Yes, they are.
These are bad behind MCs. I salute them. And whatever they had to do to get where they at, that's what they had to do. I didn't have to do that. So I don't judge them and look down on them at all because I'm some bad behind females. But it's just that when you don't have to, if that's the way you have to go to get there, then that's what they have to do. I didn't have to. I didn't choose to. I didn't. So, salute to all of the females in this industry because we do get looked past and looked over. It's a male-dominant industry, and it's changed. And we trying to, no, we're not trying. We're doing it. The legends and the pioneers, we're together. Like got Hip Hop Boulevard. My boy Alpazaro. He has a vision, and he's moving his vision forward. You got Curtis Blow. You got, like I said, Sparky D. All of us from the past. Now, I never made it on wax, but I'm still the MC at heart. I want to see the goodness that hip hop come back. I don't like that. When somebody say hip hop, you're like, oh no, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. No, hip hop, the real hip hop, that's what you stick with. This new age, and it's a new age, but it's a new generation too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just not let the new age in the door. They should be, they have to be respected as well, but also the new age got to respect who laid this foundation. And then the industry got to get it right. We got to stop putting so much negativity out there in the universe. There's so much evil going on in the universe, and when you pushing this type of music out there, when our women are up on the stage and they half naked. Now, yes, the discipline comes from home. The parents should be watching what their kids watching, but the parents is not always around all the time when they're listening to this music or seeing this on our TVs where they're doing everything that, my God, make your stomach crumble. And that's what it is today. So what we want to do and what we're doing is bringing back the real hip-hop music for those that want to come out and enjoy real hip-hop music. You got an option. You can go and listen to your new generation hip-hop. You got older people that like it too. Oh, well, fine. Not judging you. Go ahead. But the hip-hop, The real hip hop will be respected. Speaking back on far as the females of hip hop, why I did that live the other day. When the pandemic is not over, but you know they done open the world back up. But hopefully everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, respecting others, getting shots or whatever. I've been seeing a lot of flyers on social media of all these events that's happening and tours that's going on. And majority of the flyers are all male. So I was like, you know what? No, this is not right. You know, we're here too. Whether we MCs, hosts, DJs, dancers, we're in the singers, we're in this industry too. Stop looking over the women. We're not just going to be managers or make sure your clothes is right or you know your rider is right. We are here for the ones that want to do that and stay behind the scenes, fine. But us women that are out here on the front scene that help pave the way, give us our just due. Or we're gonna take it.
Yeah.
We're not having it, and it's not right. And I spoke on it, and I called Big Sis YTD, and I was telling her about it, and I was like, yo, I might get a lot of backlash from her. She said, no, you speak your mind. You're right. You're right. It's been going on so long, too long, that we're constantly looked over. The women are.
Wow. You know what?
I spoke to my big brother, another big mentor of mine, Ralph McDaniel, Video Music Box.
Video Music Box.
He told me, no, you speak on it. You're absolutely right, speak on it. So the message I was putting out there, it was not to hate on the fellas at all. It was not a hate war. It was a message saying, while y'all booking these events, and y'all getting lined up on the tours, remember the women. Remember the women in hip-hop. We got families too. We want to bring bread to the table. You know, put us in on your tours. Don't forget about us. That's all I was saying.
Wow. I like what you just said. For those who are watching us on Philly Hot Radio, we're talking about the queens of hip hop. Where I'm a promoter / MC, host, and radio host. I would love to do an all-star hip hop female tour in every city. I truly believe that if we can allow some of the big stars that went on to give contribution where the females may not have a money chest to do these, and we know that some of the promoters where, as a promoter, it's all about ticket sales.
Right.
And where, because I have been blessed to be with promoters where they maybe bring the same group because these groups sell tickets. Because the way the industry has dominated and pushed the Afro-American way on the outside, because we have never invest money back into the hip-hop, back into the R&B music, back into the live entertainment, where we was looking to get a hotel, a plane ticket, or maybe 10 grand, $10,000, where they was making millions at some of these big concerts, where the mindset and the education for those who from Queen, New York, Bronx, New York, and New Jersey artists and Philadelphia artists and around the global that loves hip hop. Where people like you and Showtime the Hype Man, put myself in it too, because I was talking to a guy, he said, oh, remember Showtime, put yourself in it, because I'm always putting somebody else out there, but I'm leaving my, and I am the voice and the ambassador of R&B music. And I was telling Gucci Dan, I said, Gucci, I stole something from you. He was laughing when we was talking. I said, you know what? I don't hear nobody fighting to be an ambassador for R&B music. Where Jodeci, Drew Hill, I can go on it, Mick Jag, all them guys was working. Mary J. Blige / Mary J. Blige, want to give her thumbs up. Where during the industry, where they was competition, where the rap was, the old hip hop was busting around the nation, where it's $1 billion business, where some of the guys and the legends are not really getting the royalty and the prosperity. So what they saw, because of the jewelry and the cars, where they looked at the negative when Biggie Small, rest in peace. Tupac, rest in peace. Where some of our pioneer stars was murdered and shot by our own kind over nothing. Where also we haven't seen females verbally attack each other in the hip hop community. Because we don't control social media, because we don't control the radio, the network, and the TV, because we have never invested money into broadcasting, we have never invested money into theaters, we have never invested money in entertainment where bars or restaurants would have stages to keep us recycling. We have never learned the word called recycling. Ladies and gentlemen, you are talking to a classy woman.
Yes.
It's called Wine Glass Up. Boy, I had a glass of wine last night. It seemed like I'd be tired the next day, but I feel good anyway. I still worked out before I got a chance to come on the radio. I did my chest work, my triceps, my biceps, and I will be running tomorrow. But I knew that I had a special guest here today. Let's talk about you as a wind-up radio personnel host on 104.9.
Okay, that was past. I'm no longer with Power 104.9.
It's okay. I just brought it up.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows that.
Oh, we know it good. I know they watching. How y'all doing? Cause I know y'all watching. Come on. She's still going up and she's still toasting her wine. Classy lady.
So, Todd. Yeah, I mean, first off, I want to say, I thank the owner of Power 104.9 for the opportunity to be on that station out. I believe it was Indianapolis. I think it was Indianapolis. And it was it was a short run. I had a great team. With me, I have to give a shout out to my boy Mike Johnson from Bars Beach Society. Also to Geechee Dan, to my boy Down Pringle. I had several DJs that were special guests on, and for all the legends that came on and helped support me in that station. Unfortunately, I ended up having to cut it short. But it was an experience, and I enjoyed it. And because of that, I'm still like, you know what? I had my FM experience, and I now want even more. I'm like, I gotta go up even more.
I like that.
So
wow.
It was a short run. It was right before the pandemic happened. I can't remember the dates, but before that, I had my own radio broadcasting where I was on with I'm using someone else's server at the time, and when I had got the server, I thought I was gonna be able to broadcast live like you're doing right now, but that wasn't the case. And when I found out that wasn't the case, I'm like, oh well, I'm already in, and it was basically just downloading music and uploading. And I wanted to do much more than that. So when I was, I got a call and was asked to come and bring my show on to Power 104.9 FM. I was like, say no more. I'm there. Let's do it. And so I cut that off, and I went over to Power 104.9. Had a great run. Again, I'm very grateful for it, but I had to exit. I exit there. Now, I just went back into doing my Facebook Lives, my internet show, but my vision is still worldwide, where if there's a spot out there, and I know there is, and it's going to happen because I claim it, I will be on a syndicated radio station or television station, whatever one comes first. But whatever comes first, I'm ready. Let's do this.
I'm glad you said that. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, where I have a broadcast live radio show over in London. I am every Sunday where I'm only doing one slot for now, where it's an intern where I came in, where I have never hosted a radio show before. I have never been a host on a radio show, where people are amazed to see the growth and the progression of me being a radio host. I only been doing this going on my second year. A lot of people may think I've been doing this for a long time. But because of the gift from God, when you have a gift from God, it's easy for me because the mic and the broadcast go hand in hand.
Oh, yes.
We're also that when I was at the Dell Music Center, where I want to give the Dell Music Center their props, where I had a live TV show here last Saturday, where Philly Hot Radio facility has changed. Where those who maybe came here before, we did a remodeling, we did some new instruction, where people say that where they try to say that I was fabricating false information, where I am a licensed radio host over in London on WRS Radio. I called the station where someone called Facebook to say that I was fabricating, where Facebook and Instagram took me down for 24 hours till they found out the documents and the paperwork that I got, where I am a true radio host on the radio show where I can play all kinds of music. So, where we're seeing our folks are controlled by what they hear in the car, where the car radio it's not giving people like you, because they will sit there till they old and die off of that station. You have a spot, I got a spot somewhere where a radio show with high towers looking for spiritual people like me and you that's going to keep it real on the radio show and not be controlled by the big wheels. And those who are in the business are looking for a whole new wave of radio personnel, people like you and me. Wine up, glass up. Y'all might get ready, because we're about to drink the best wine around the world. And when we do, we're gonna open up the bottle live on the radio show, and I will be there, because after this interview, she has never understood that this guy Showtime the Hype Man. I don't know him. I didn't talk to him on the phone or nothing, but I got a chance to hear him for my own self. What do you want to say to our audience before you go?
I want to say, sir, first of all, Showtime the Hype Man, I want to say thank you. This is a blessing. And no, we don't know each other, never met. Matter of fact, the first time we spoke on the phone was this morning when you called and said, call in at this time.
That is correct, to do a pre-chat.
And to do a pre-chat, we got to say, got to make sure everything's good.
That is correct.
I just want to say to our supporters out there, I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for everyone that tuned in today to hear who I am, and the picture that you may see, the flyer, that's Linus Ford. My name is spiritual. My brand, Wine Glasses Up, also came from vision, is spiritual. I am not a perfect person, but I'm a person that knows who I am. And all I want to do is do what I was born in this world to do, and that's hold the mic and forward to the masses what's on my mind and what God wants me to say and want me to do. And just to see everybody happy. I'm living my second life. My name and my brand came from my second life. My second chance of life. And it's all about appreciating and telling the testimonies. And that's why I say, I don't do interviews, I say testimonies, because I want you to tell your story and tell it the way it can be told. Because no one can tell your story 100% but you. So if I can talk to you while you're alive and let you smell your roses and drink that wine or your water, whatever you choose out of that wine glasses, that I say raise your wine glasses up, that's what it's all about. Telling your story. If your story was you was up and then you was down, it's about how you got back up, because your testimony, you never know who it can reach in any place on this earth. How it can help them. And it does. It's real. It's really real. So that's what I'm here for. It's not to throw out names, to beat nobody down. It's called testimonies. Enjoy your life. Give God his praise. And let's do what it do. That's why I take wine glasses up. It's fellowship. That's all it's about.
Wow. Man, where I like to thank you personally, and for you taking the opportunity of, as me launching out in the world of being a male host, radio host. I maybe struggle sometimes. I may pull up in my old Volkswagen I may have a pair of old shoes on where most people will laugh. I may not have the finest clothes. I may not have the bank account or the money or the career job. I'm just an average brother. But I know how to treat a woman. I know how to treat a wife. I know how to treat my community. I may not be the best radio host that you may not like or disagree with me, but I have learned the most powerful vehicle that I got is called LOVE.
Yes.
I have learned the train of the University of Love, where a lot of people say they love you. A lot of people say they down with you. A lot of people say that, and it was talking about once they see me rise and the phone was ringing. Well, all of a sudden, after all the lights are off and everything is going, they go like scammers somewhere else. And I was saying yesterday that I hope for those who are watching me, you better have a good judgment. Before you run in gospel, don't blow your blessing. For those who are spiritual people, going to rise up in 2022, we are aiming because half of y'all not going to make it. And the reason why that sickness has overshadowed our community, and the reason why that we are dying like dinosaurs, because we have never learned the new way of spirituality, because the old way, the BC way, the document way, the man way, we are dying in the mindset of the heart, so the condition of the body don't see goodness and good people anymore. Because of money play a major factor in our community,
It's all about it.
where we have lost the value of human beings. We have lost the value of creating when men and women that came out of dark situation and the light has shined on them, but a lot of people stay in the dark so long, they adapt to darkness where they're used to negativeness. They are used to conversation where people gossiping. They are used to, there's a lot of them together. But God is coming in a spiritual way where y'all are blind and y'all not going to identify who are the good people, where you are counting me out on one thing I did wrong. All of a sudden, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. Oh, I don't like what you did. Man, we better wake up, smell the coffee. I don't need a filter with my coffee no more. I'm an old country boy that I'm going to grind up the real beans of the coffee, where you wonder why my perk is much better than yours, because the filter has stopped the real, genuine beans of the coffee. Before we close, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. For those who are going to see this interview, go to Philly Hot Radio YouTube channel. I'm asking those who saw this and those who still feel that I'm not genuine, ladies and gentlemen, wine glass is up. Thank you so much for this interview. I see you out there in the world, and I'll see you in my past. And thank you so much.
Amen. God bless you, brother. Thank you again for having me on your show. Trust me, this is going to be shared all over.
Wine up.
To all your listeners, wine glass is up.
Wine glass is up. See ya. So for those who watch it, the show is over. We want to thank everybody. That was a great interview for outstanding woman, where she talked about her destiny. She talked about her storm. She talked about the hip hop of women's around the world. So for those who are watching me today, the phone lines are still open. You can call up at 484-477-6348. I want to give a shout out for those who stayed in, watch, or we had one person watching. That was fine with me too. It doesn't matter to me. I'm on a mission to do what's inside of me where nobody can stop me. So that was a great show. I see y'all tomorrow where I'm here at the laboratory doing what I do best. Unfortunately, I came here today where I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna fix it before I leave. Thank you. For those who I play your music at the time where they had someone here last night where they may not put things back together, but but we're not gonna damage them, say anything bad, because none of us are perfect. And that's what Wine Glass Up talked about. If you heard her conversation, she kept saying that I'm not perfect, where we all have flaws. And you heard her spirit read through the phone, and it traveled all over the world on the phone. Where those who have been around her and those who said that her style, she didn't change her for you, God changed her style. She didn't let none of y'all change her. That's why she's soaring as a lion and a queen that she is. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching royalty at its best. I'll pause for a minute for those who are watching me. This journey that I'm on, it ain't easy. Doing this intersection walk, God has replaced an intersection. This intersection is only for spiritual people. It's not for religion people. It's not for naysayers. It's not for doubters. It's not for jealous people. See, we're about to remove all y'all altogether. We're going to pray for you. But God is ready to allow the 20% of spiritual people to go straight to the top, where y'all not going to understand when everything we do is VIP. Because we understand the walk we came and the jungle of wildness of dealing with our own kind and structure inside a box. But what happened was we fought through the box and found a way to escape. Y'all in trouble now. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wine glass up for me. That was a great show. I done my best. My slogan, do not let me take off without you. I say that for a reason. Clinton Davis of Sony Records, a Jewish guy, my friend, along with my Jewish friends I had. I met another guy, a black guy, where he said that he had learned the mastering of business trade by Jewish people, even though he a black man. He understands the value of creating, investing money in all different things, where we accustomed to working and living off a paycheck and boasting about a job that we got from the city or you went to school for, where half of us never understood. We got degrees, but we ain't doing nothing with it. And the great Farrakhan talks about that, and Elijah Muhammad talks about that. Where we have brothers and sisters now have never understood the value of financially, or invest money into AT&T, invest money where Superman Part 5 is coming out, where people that understand how to move money, they put money into new things and new projects. We're afraid to put money into Showtime the Hype Man. We're afraid to put money into One Glass Up promotion. Where we're afraid to invest money because of my energy, because of my spirit. They're afraid because they think that So you got to realize I am the one that will bring multiple people along with me so we all can eat and drink and have a great glass of wine at the table, along with financial. When you go home, you recycle your children and you recycle and do the same thing. This has been a long road for me, y'all. I'm 4 inches away of breaking through. Y'all didn't understand what I just told y'all. See, when you're a loner, you know, I'm a loner. I don't have any friends. Got a few family members. Got a great wife and a happy life. And a great grandson. And granddaughter, grandchildren. And a few friends that allow somebody tell them I don't like him, then all of them like dominoes, and they all don't like me because of my leadership role. We have to be careful of our mindset and not liking the right person because somebody else, where you have never did an inventory on these people, where sometimes you got to lay back and just watch the spirit. You got to watch their emotion. You got to watch how they're always talking about somebody. You got to watch how they get mad when little things happen. When I watch people, when they let little things bother them and they let little things disrupt the movement of what we're doing, that's a sign for me. Because half of my audience may be not understanding what I just said, where y'all not on the level, and my wife always said, Showtime, you're way ahead of a lot of people. But because they see black folks maybe, and not to down my black community, I want to make that clear. Because we are in attack mode all the time, where it's hard for us to identify a decent black man or a black woman. Where half of them get 40, think they old already at 40 years old. I guess I'm getting old. Where you may be getting old because you say you're getting old, and you wonder why you drying out, you having less sex, you having less exercising, everything you do is tiring you. All of a sudden that nobody want to have sex at 40 and 50 and 60 years old, all of a sudden everybody got the Holy Ghost. Well, I don't do that anymore. I'm going to live the way God said according to the word. Ladies and gentlemen, with good sex, it gives you, it takes your age and allows you to stay young. A lot of y'all afraid because y'all allow the religion and all the other stuff where you stop having sex at 40, 50, and 60. Then you got most of them getting divorced at 50 years old because the religion of spirituality has broke down during the steps of walking. Oh, showtime talking about sex. Ladies and gentlemen, sex gives you a standing of life. Sex help you lose weight. A good sex where you getting up to go to a good meeting and having a business meeting where y'all stop having fun. Y'all don't know how to have fun no more. Where a lot of women's and men's doing the old way, doing it the same way, and not spiking up inside the household in the relationship where that way is old, where it's no excitement on the cruise, it's no excitement when we go out for dinner, it's no excitement when we go to the movie. We don't even know how to have fun because the old way has dominated. So y'all go with the old way all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, I just said something that I'm reading a book. For those who are watching me, I'll be 60 years old on July the 28th. I have found a new way to stay young, energized. That's why I'm Showtime the Hype Man. You're going to know when you're old. But why be old and act old? See, when you act old, it brings sickness to your body. Where you are struggling with medication, where the medication has dominated your thought process. Where I know that diabetes, I know that high blood pressure, I know that breast cancer, I know that over the years that all different types of disease has an effect the body. Because of the native tongue who we are as people. So we struggle to get to the promised land of success. For those who are watching me, success is failure. So all that stuff I said, and those who maybe y'all did not listen because y'all have never learned the art of listening. I want to say that again for those who are watching me around the global world. Y'all don't understand what I just said of the art of listening. Before I go to the next, I'm going to say something where I'm hoping that y'all may not catch it because the where I'm at in my level, it ain't me, it's him. Where for those that watch me in all the big shows I did for the last 10 years, my audience is the one that makes me successful. It ain't the people behind the scene, it ain't the usher, it's the fans. And Clyde Davis said that once you get 50% of people know who you are, you made it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am working hard to get 50% of people to know Showtime the Hype Man around the world. I always talk about going around the world. I am now about to partner up. I'm not going to say it yet, because I don't lie. I'm about to partner up to invest my money in something where I don't even know how it's going to go, but I trust my spirit on this one. Where we're afraid and we have never been taught how to invest money. Y'all afraid. Y'all scared. You only get one shot of life. I have never seen so many scared black people in my life, but they know talking about God is good all the time. Oh, God is good. I'm going to pray for you. And soon you do one thing wrong, they will cut you off, talk about you. Then I'm talking about them pillow talk people. You ever know about them pillow talk people? The ones that's watch you on Facebook, but they don't say nothing? Watching what you said or what you're doing. It's a song where I wish I could have played it today. It's called Captivated. You are watching a man I am going a whole new direction by myself. Where I'm comfortable, where if an earthquake happened or a storm happened or a trial, where I'm on an island by myself, I practice how to do things by myself. I practice going in a board meeting by myself. I practice going in the 78th floor in the building where those who up there, and Gucci Dan talked about that when he was on Philly Hot Radio, where those who are up there understand how to stay up there, where those who are there and they all there doing the same old stuff. They don't know nothing to bring in new people. The way you get there, you recycle and you bring new people on the team. And what they want the same people to ride the old wagon. Ladies and gentlemen, those who want to go to my website and join me before I take off, I can't do it by myself. I talked to God, I said, God, why people don't see what I got, where everybody told me that I couldn't talk, I couldn't pronounce no words. I had a lady down in Atlanta, Georgia on WR, whatever station, she had about 9 stations, where she posted something on Facebook, told me I couldn't spell. That's why nobody believed in me. She criticized me where she have a company where she said this about me, but what I kept telling her, everything she said, all I said, God bless you. When the enemy attack you, these are the words you say, God bless you. Never argue, get into confrontation with people. The first thing you said in the power, you say, God bless you. If they say all kind of names they want, God bless you. You will be amazed what that God bless you word will do to the enemy that wants you to do what they doing to you. The old saying for those, because we know black folks got cliches. Here go one for black people. Well, I guess out of 1,000 people, they say only 2 going to make it. I guess I'm the one that's not going to make it. Well, I put my application in, and they didn't call me yet. See, we've been raised by cliches had to destroy the mindset of us. We have learned all the negative cliches where the enemy has attacked the spirit of the black audience, where black people are dying because of cliches. Because I'm Showtime the Hype Man, where do not let me take off without you. If you got somebody talking about me and then all of a sudden you don't like me neither, that speak value who you are. Don't let nobody, because you don't like the person, that had nothing to do with me. We have to stop it, y'all. We are losing too many people. Jack Smith from the legend, the tribute to a legend that came on Facebook. Want to give him a shout out. I have 6 more minutes. Also, Larry Edwards Jr. just came on. Phenomenal R&B singer. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a radio host that's going to be global around the world, and I have a spot somewhere where I'll make a living talking on the radio. I got a gift, and I may not have a Notre Dame college degree for radio. I may not have a Syracuse that I went to Syracuse to learn how to be a radio host. I may not went to Penn State, Villanova, Temple, North Carolina. But what I got where most of those who get degrees and go to school for 4 years to learn how to do broadcasts, radio stuff, technology. What I got is a gift from God. Where so many people got away from the gift from God. And the reason why that the world is not going around, because we got people don't respect the gift from God from other people. And the reason why that a lot of black companies are folded, are not prospering, not soaring like other culture in this great nation. Because black folks have learned the art of jealousy, naysay, and we have never learned how to spend money on each other. When you have a culture that fights just to get up top, and then we see them fall by the wayside, then you got people that think they're a star because they sold one single record and they played it. They had 1 year of a good run. And what they do, they hold that whole year in everything they do, and they turn people off. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. I have been executed. I have been blackballed by so many people in the city of Philadelphia. But they watching me now. I'm about to sign a deal, and I'm not going to tell y'all, but when I do sign it, I'm going to do it live on Facebook and show you what God can do. I love y'all. I'm going to work even harder when I get there. Nobody's going to out-hustle me or outwork me when I get there. It ain't about the money. It's about loving people and treating people right. The money gonna come. I kept telling people, y'all always worried about the money. That's for, oh, he ain't getting paid. You got family members. Well, how much you getting? How much you getting? What I'm getting knowledge. And I am creating something that most people that get money die out. You got people in the grave right now have plenty of money. Michael Jackson, Prince, Wendy Hughes, I can go on and on and on. See, God is preparing spiritual people. Where, because a lot of us are dying up top where we got nobody else to bring us up top. I'm going to bring an army of people like y'all. The wine glass is going up. I like that there, young lady. I'm a Leo. I'm excited about my future. I love y'all. And thank you for tuning in on Showtime the Hype Man, 10 o'clock morning show. It's many more shows in front of me, many more backstage events, many more is in front of me because I know that God is behind me in everything I do because I'm a loner. It's okay to be a loner. I see y'all tomorrow. Stay tuned. See ya.